Dave, Letele and Maria, Slade. Guys, so New Zealand Post and the closures of these counters, which are inside other stores, well signalled, you were saying, Maria.
That's right, because they came out with the new deed of understanding with the government last year, and they said they were going to allow them to cut to a minimum of 500. So I think we're talking 550 odd here, so it's no surprise. But yeah, how they've worked out which ones are closed, and particularly for the rural areas, it's really hard if you've got to drive 25 odd Ks, as I think in the case of one, to get to a post office. It is pretty hard on the marginalised communities, the elderly who aren't very good with tech, the rural communities. I mean, Dave, I'm sure you must see a bit of this.
Yeah, how they decided was any rural poor area, cut it there. Remuera, you get yours.
Well, Karori, I was speaking to a book shop in Karori. They've had theirs taken, but there's one at a petrol station in Karori which is staying. So maybe they use it more. But on the whole, also, do you think that this is like they're getting ready to flog it off? Well,
this is the big question. It's something that I've pointed out in a column last year, actually, is what you're going to end up with is basically a parcel service, a courier service. That's what they are now. And why does the government need to own a parcel service? So is it a sitting duck for asset sale? You've got to ask.
You do. Good point. Right, do you think the tech giants are to blame for the fact that young people in particular are addicted to social media? There's a court case in LA happening right now, Dave. Is it their fault or is it your fault for, scrolling?
It's a bit of both, really. I mean, it's a hard one. I mean, I spend 8 hours a day on screen time on my phone, and it's tough. I mean, they're targeting these young kids, just like booze shops and fast food joints are in all these areas. But at the same time, as a parent, I know you've had a long day. Watch the iPad, you know what I mean? It's like...
Well, it's geared to take advantage of our human nature, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think that nobody believes that it's not true, that it's deliberate, because we've been through the era of tobacco, where the tobacco companies lied for years that tobacco was addictive, and we all know that was a huge facade. So I believe the tech companies know well what they're doing, and it is addictive, and we've seen this in things like, we've written about the fact that some of these risky wholesale investments are advertised on Facebook when really they're supposed to be targeted at very well-heeled rich people. And yet here they are popping up in between the kitten reels and your family photos.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So obviously you think, oh, well, it must be okay, trust that,
It's bad, isn't it? It's bad. Hey, Dave. Just curious, anyone approached you about it's election year? Anyone come knocking about you being a candidate?
I'm trying to, like I said off air, I'm trying to, my New Year's resolution is actually to be less worried about the government, the serenity prayer, don't worry about things you can't control. I can't control them, so why am I so stressed and depressed about them? But I was, I've always flirted with the idea, and then I was asked by someone from the Labour Party, a good friend of mine, if I'd want to run for Tamaki Makaurau, if I'd be keen.
When was this?
Maybe 3 weeks ago.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
recently.
I had been in talks with them prior because, I have been thinking about it for a long time. But like I said to them, I said, when they asked me, I said, I want Health Minister and Associate Minister of Social Development. And you could throw in Justice Minister as well. That's what they said. They said, Dave, it doesn't work that way. I said, well, that's the way I work. I said, why am I going to come and give up everything, give up the community that we serve, just to go in there and sit on the back bench and keep my mouth shut?
That doesn't sound like Dave Letele. So who was this?
My good mate Willie Jackson. He's on here as well.
Yeah, he's coming on Friday. So he asked you to stand in Tamaki Makaurau for Labour.
Yep.
And you said no.
I said only.
Only.
And he said no.
I'd be deputy. No problem. The problem that these guys have, and I don't want to get, the problem that these guys have is who's motivating anyone to vote from that side. And I mean, they're all a shambles.
They're a bit limp, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. No one likes limp. It's a disgrace, right?
Auckland, I'm going to let you calm the farm because I don't want you to get too stressed this year, Dave. Your blood pressure is very important to me. The Auckland congestion charges, do you think they're actually going to work, Maria?
Oh, look, it proof's in the pudding, I think, and I'd like to see a lot more analysis because, they make comparisons to overseas, but Auckland's not New York, as Dave says. He's got to drive from West Auckland to South Auckland for his work, and a lot of people are in that situation in a lot of lower socioeconomic neighbourhoods. They've got to drive a long way to their jobs, and the public transport just isn't up to it. And let's face it, Auckland's an isthmus. There's lots of like little bits that go everywhere, and you've got to try and get into the centre. And yeah, you'd need a lot of analysis, I would say, to work out where the pinch points are and where you could effectively bring it in without unduly penalising people and the people you don't want to penalise.
You were in traffic for ages this morning, Dave.
Yeah, this morning. I mean, I forgot how things are definitely back to normal. It took me an hour and a half to get from Henderson. It's just crazy, you know. And because if they do this is going to adversely affect the people that we support, the people who can't afford it. Yeah. People who can afford it will just pay it. It's not a big deal to them.
That's right. You know, a lot of people have free car parks in the city. You sort of fancy lawyers and accountants and that. They'll just go, yeah, oh well, pay it.
Totally.
Journalists as well.
My free car park here at NZME.
Right, Dave Letele, BBM Motivation founder. Before you ask me if I have a car park, I think it's only because of the early starts.
Oh, right.
It's the 3 a.m. thing.